around the UK to 21 towns and cities until the 12th of December.
Well, good luck with it, and good luck with Solomon and Gaynor being shown again.
Thank you very much.
Now, this week, a cross-party group of MPs called for major reforms to school exclusions, warning that being expelled can be the event that causes a young person to turn to knife crime. A new play set in a London classroom attempts to shine a light on the problems faced by vulnerable young people within the education system. RIA has been getting a sneak peek ahead of its opening next week.
He just doesn't want you to throw your life away. I know what happened has affected us all.
Hasn't affected me. What? It's true. This happens every day. Put your hand up if you know someone who has been affected by knife crime.
It's not normal. Never think that this is normal. It's not. And it's in our power to ensure that.
It is kind of normal though, miss. Let's be honest. It's not like anyone's surprised anymore. It's sad, but it's reality.
It doesn't have to be the reality.
I know a 14-year-old guy that got
An extract there from the play Excluded, and I'm joined now by the writer and artistic director of Intermission Youth Theatre, Darren Raymond. Thanks for joining us. So Darren, tell us a little bit more about what this is about.
So Excluded is inspired by Shakespeare, and it takes some of his iconic characters, puts them into a London secondary school, and they're studying for their GCSEs. And it's just looking at our young people and how they journey for education.
And have some of the young people here been socially excluded personally?
Sadly, yes. And I think all of us have experienced some kind of exclusion in our life. But exclusion from school is very topical at the moment, and it seems to be at a high level. So for me, it was important just to reflect what that means for us.
And why is it important to tell this story now?
It's important because I feel now it seems to be a crisis. That's an arguable point, but I think there's a lot wrong with what's happening in our society at the moment. And we're seeing it every day on the news, so we really need to think deeply about what we're doing.
And what do you think about the actors? What are they getting out of the play?
Oh, a lot of stuff. I mean, it's brilliant. We're using Shakespeare, which is, you know, great literature. They're bringing their own ideas, so they devised this work, and they're getting confidence, self-esteem, and they've been able to step into somebody else's shoes and look at how maybe their actions can affect other people.
OK, well, let's get some of them in. Ricardo, Kashana, come join us. Let's have a quick chat. So, Ricardo, firstly, tell me a little bit about your character. Who do you play?
I play Romeo. He's one of the most famous Shakespeare characters.
OK.
Yeah.
And how do you connect what's happened to you personally to your character to tell the story?
Well, he goes on a journey. He experiences some kind of gang-related activity, and I've kind of related to that when I was 15. I used to be in the wrong crowd myself.
And tell me a little bit about your experience of exclusion in school, because you didn't do too well in your GCSEs.
I didn't.
That's all right. Not all of us do.
I failed my GCSEs and I had to retake and stuff like that. That was because I was in the wrong crowd. And I think with young men, they tend to go to these kind of crowds because it's a sense of belonging.
Now, Kashana, you bring your personal experience of social exclusion from school into your character as well. Tell me about that. You play Iago, don't you?
Yeah. It's just more like, same as Ricardo. I just felt like I didn't fit in at first, and I feel like that's how Iago was. So coming into school now, I wanted to be like big girl, wanted to come and be one of the top girls, and I feel like that's how Iago is, the play, so that's how I brought it in.
And how has Intermission Youth Theatre helped you personally?
Brought out my confidence a lot, I can say that 100%. Like, before this, shy, antisocial, I wouldn't talk to anyone, and now coming here, I'm like myself, literally. I'm literally like myself.
Back to your old self again.
Literally, I love it.
Inspired you. OK, well, thanks for joining us. Now, Darren, the play is running throughout November.
Yep.
Ultimately, how would you want audiences to take it?
I would love it if audiences came to see it first and understood our young people, because you will do from watching this play. And as long as you're challenged and provoked to go back into your community and make a difference, then that would work for me.
OK, well...